Hi, everyone. I'm really excited about Module 3 because in Module 3, we're looking at resources specific to music and social emotional learning. So in this module, I'm going to be showing you some resources that will be applicable to to everyone. And then you're also going to be doing a project in here, an annotated bibliography, where you're looking directly at resources that hone in right to what you do. So if you work with high school students in a choir, that you're looking for articles, book chapters, things like that, that are dedicated, really focused, really on that area of music education. And so there's a lot of really great stuff out there. So let's dig into a few of the key resources. And then in this module, you'll take a look at some things on your own, and you will also put together the annotated bibliography, which I'll explain in a separate video. So let's go. So this is the starting point in terms of key resources for social emotional learning in music. Hands down, this is the book you want to start with. Fortunately, it's one of our textbooks. So this book I mentioned in an earlier module was published in 2017, and it is by Dr. Edgar, who is the head leading researcher and presenter in music and social emotional learning. So you can see mine's well read and well bookmarked. The next book that is super relevant that we also are using in this class is Portraits of Music Education in Social Emotional Learning, Teaching with Heart. This book is great for pre-K through 12 music educators because it's actually divided up into sections, elementary, middle school, high school, so that you can find examples of music educators at that exact grade level that you're teaching, in that range, in how they're implementing SEL in their programs. We are in the process, as I'm recording this video, we're in the process of finishing one that is going to be focusing on higher education. And Dr. Edgar and his team of people who also do this work, there are more books that continually are coming out. But those are the two that for K-12, pre-K through 12 music education, those are the two I would start with. So the next resource is a series of podcasts. They're videos, but they're on YouTube. I consider them more like podcasts on teaching social emotional learning through music. These are hosted by Scott Edgar and primarily, recorded during the pandemic times. So you'll see everybody's in their house, doing the pandemic thing. There's quite a few of them here. So let's take a look at what we have to look at in that area. So here we are on Music for All's website, and this is their Teaching Social Emotional Learning Through Music Resource Center. So you'll see here all these different episodes. You can see people who have been guests on Teaching Social Emotional Learning Through Music. There's a bunch of them here, or you can go right here to watch all the episodes on YouTube. So what I like about this is that you can see the names of the guests, and some of these are going to be more relevant to certain music educators than others. For example, if I'm teaching elementary general music, this one by John Fauerman is going to be much more relevant than the one with Omar Thomas, who is going to talk a lot more about composing and band and things like that. So you can go through and you're going to recognize names of people who are active in other aspects of music education, and you'll be able to see where the connections are with what you're teaching. They're all really, really good. I haven't watched every single one of them, but I've watched quite a few of them. They're really, really great. And so I'd encourage you to put this on your playlist, as you're out driving or wherever you listen to podcasts, and check them out. But for, in terms of resources and in terms of what we're talking about in this module, take a look at the ones that are most relevant to you. And that's going to give you some more ideas of ways that you can embed social emotional learning into your program. The other item that I have here, I have an article. I've just pulled one article out. There's so many articles constantly being written about music and social emotional learning. This one I think is a really good one as a starting point. In this from Teaching Music. So if you are an AFME member, you have access. You get the Teaching Music magazine in the mail. You could check that one out as well. This is the Teaching Music SEL Through Music video series. Some of the folks that are on there, there's a QR code. So if you want to, maybe right now, if you have your phone handy and you want to get it and be able to then have it on your phone, that could make it a little easier. Like for me, I like to listen to podcasts while I drive. And so it's always helpful. They're in my phone. Like I already know where I'm finding them when I get in the car. So let's move on to this module where you're going to be looking for resources specific to what you're doing in social emotional learning. And I have that all explained in a separate video. So thanks for watching.